Well, hello there, and good evening, YouTube. I'm William Brantley, reporting live from Bemis, Tennessee, in today's climate summary, and give you a forecast for the next few days momentarily. It turned out to be a pretty day. We finally got some sunshine. Temperatures a little bit above 40 degrees finally, but some higher thin clouds are moving through tonight, giving the sun an actual kind of pretty look, with it being a full moon tonight. And I hope you saw the lunar eclipse last night, right around 10:40 p.m. I did get the chance to see it here, and it looked real nice when it occurred. Unfortunately, I don't have a good enough camera to take pictures of that. But I had a friend that checked in and said that they took some and was going to maybe share some of those pictures with me. I haven't seen those pictures yet, but as soon as I do, I'll see if I can't find a way to share it over with y'all. Okay, beyond that, we got some possible more more rain moving in toward Wednesday afternoon, maybe even a very brief winter mix, believe it or not. More details on that as we go along. Starting off with tonight's climate summary, like usual. Skies are mostly clear with the full moon shining out there tonight here in Jackson, Tennessee. And the current temperature is 32 degrees. We had a low this morning of 22 degrees, good and cold this morning. And today's high did get up to 42 degrees here in the Bemis area. And had no rainfall or snow today, of course, since midnight. I'm up to 4.22 for the month of January and for the year 2019 so far. Normal is 2.56, both for the month and year so far, since we're only in January. Alrighty, the highest wind gust today was 21 miles per hour at 12:52 p.m. By the way, the coldest wind chill temperature today was 14 degrees, and that was occurred at 5 and 6 a.m. This morning. Alright, today's records for January 21st, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday. Hope that turned out to be great for you today as well. Hottest high was 75 degrees today, back in 1986. Coldest high would be 20, almost at 18, but not quite. 20 degrees was the coldest high in 1985. The warmest low was 57 in 1999. And the coldest low would be 8 below zero in 1985. So it was a very cold year today, back on January 21st. Low of 8 below and a high of only 20, compared to this year's low of 22 and a high of 42. Alright, rainfall record for today would be 3.21 inches in 1993, while the snowfall record would be 1 inch back in 1983. Alright, that's it for the climate data for the evening. I'll show you a few graphs, and then excuse me for shaking so hard here. I'll start off with the radar and show you, actually there's one that I kicked off. I'll come back to it. It won't take long to dig it up or bring it up, maybe a better word. Let me turn you around to show you the radar first. Of course, there's nothing on it. The skies are clear out there, as kind of expected. Nothing nearby, either here in West Tennessee or Middle Tennessee for that matter. Let me branch it out a little bit so you see a little bit more of the area. Let me see. Let me bring that down just there we go. You can see a little bit more of it like that. Let me branch it on out a little bit further. And let you see all of Tennessee basically is nice this evening. The whole entire state is actually. And our surrounding states is nice as well this evening. And I branch it out again. It shows that it's clear all the way from Jackson, Tennessee to the Atlantic border, Atlanta Ocean border, right along the coastline there, and all the way down to about the Gulf of Mexico, or to the Gulf of Mexico actually. Looks like we gotta go all the way out there to Colorado, and a little bit of mainly Colorado, a little bit of Wyoming, and both Dakotas, north and south, and a little bit of Montana to get some snow up in that area, northern Minnesota and Wisconsin, and maybe a little bit over here in Maine and New England. Most of that's going to be up in Canada though, and nothing down along the coastline, clear down around the Gulf, and like I said, all the way out west to get any precipitation. That may be the case all the way to California, I think. Yeah, and a little bit off the coast of Washington State out there, coming in along inland. But Montana's a little snow, and that's the heaviest snow in this area. It doesn't look all that heavy from this point though. But that's it though. Other than that, back home, nothing dramatic, anyways. Tennessee's clear. Oh goodness, I'm getting a phone call. Let me see who it is. Well, it don't want to light up. Let me see who it is. My phone. Oh, that's my home phone. No wonder. Hold on. Hello? No. She's at her house, as far as I know. It may be, for all I know, but I'll let her know. You said Marcus is your name? Okay. I'll let her know that you try to get a hold of her. Oh, all right. Bye. Bye. I'll let her know. Sorry for that little minor interruption there. That's the first time I ever tried to answer my cell phone when my home phone rang. That's almost kind of funny. I got mixed up on the ring there. Let me bring up this other map real quick. I don't think it'll hurt too bad. I accidentally deleted it, but I know you'd want to see it because I do. Let me see where the link is for it. Right here. It's actually going to replace the radar. That's okay. You already seen the radar pretty good anyways. Here's a current satellite map. You see the high thin clouds floating by. They're not going to be real thick or anything. It's not going to hide the moon. It's not thick enough for that, but there's plenty of them moving through, so we're going to be basically staying partly cloudy overnight. Let me see. The clouds are actually moved through, get thicker toward, I believe, around 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. And that's when it'll be mostly cloudy by then. Okay, let me get this arranged so you can see more of the country. And there you see the thicker clouds to our north coming out of Oklahoma and Kansas. They're going to go by to our north. They're not going to come over us. The thinner clouds is the one that we're dealing with now. But they're going to remain thin enough to where the skies will be partly cloudy at worst. And we should be able to see the moon pretty much all night long, if you happen to want to be up long enough to see it that long. And I don't think it sets until a little after sunrise in the morning, I think. I'll check on that a little bit in a minute when I look at the detailed forecast in just a few moments. Thought I'd show you the satellite picture first. Alright, that's a pretty good look at that. Let me go on to the national forecast maps. I almost forgot about that. Get to the right one. That's today's weather map. According to the National Weather Service, as about 2 p.m. today. They had a little area of rain over there in Arkansas and Oklahoma, but it's not going to affect us. Alright, a little bit of more precipitation there in Nebraska and Iowa there. A little frozen maybe, but that too is not going to affect us. But a big area of snow there, as you can see, was marked off to the northwest of us. Really not much going on to the northeast of us or to the southeast of us, all the way along the Atlantic coast, down around the Gulf, Mexico. Alright, look at tomorrow morning's forecast map. According to the Weather Service, as of about 3 a.m. or 4 a.m., make that about 4 a.m. They're showing a little area of freezing rain to our north. It's going to probably stay to our north tomorrow. Wednesday would be the day that we might get some winter precipitation, but I checked the very latest hourly forecast just a few minutes ago, and it's only going to be maybe 2 hours worth. I'll give you those details momentarily as well. There you see another area of winter precipitation possible up an hour and on up around Wisconsin and north of Chicago there. And you see that marked up off area for where some is possible. 2 or 3 small areas of freezing rains expected in Pennsylvania and the western North Carolina and South Carolina. And not too far from us up in southeast Missouri and Illinois there. And then you see the rest of the country for Tuesday morning. I look at Wednesday morning's forecast for about the same time frame, I believe, about 4 a.m. Wednesday morning. The area of freezing rain around here, they have it coming in somewhere near daybreak, actually, a little after here in West Tennessee. I don't think it'll be that early, though, to be honest with you, and I'll show you why here in a minute. They have it forecasted for early a.m. and on over into Middle Tennessee, and then you see, and maybe over in western the Carolinas as well. Snow is possible in the mountain around Knoxville, Tennessee, and points north on up into West Virginia. And this again according to the National Weather Service. And you see a narrow stretch all the way from the Appalachian Mountains all the way to Maine, actually. And then you see the stretch on that a little bit. And you see the rest of the map features for Wednesday morning here, where precipitation is expected and where it's not. Alright, and then I showed you that. Let me go on to the detailed forecast and for Jackson and West Tennessee. I'll turn the camera around so I can read it to you. I think it's easier that way for me and my computer. Alright, let me get it arranged. Fair skies for the rest of the night. We should be able to see the moon, like I mentioned. It sets, by the way, at 7:25 a.m. tomorrow morning. And that'll be about 30 minutes after the sun rises, which it rises tomorrow morning at 7:01. Kind of give you an idea. That's kind of interesting. The sun rises before the moon sets, but it's both within about a half hour of each other. That's kind of cool. Well, like I said, fair skies through at least 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. And then after that, or before lunch anyways, the sky should become mostly cloudy. Then we have a 90% chance of rain setting in by tomorrow night. It should wait until about 8 p.m. tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, about this time before the rain starts here in Jackson and a good part of West Tennessee. It may start a little bit sooner than 8 p.m. to the west of us toward the Mississippi River. Alright, the low tomorrow morning near 29 degrees. The high tomorrow way up there at 52. If you call that way up there. Compare that to 42 high today. I guess that's a nice little increase, I suppose. Alright, moon rises, like I mentioned, at 7:01 tomorrow morning. Sets tomorrow evening at 5:12 p.m. The moon will be rising tomorrow evening at 7:11 p.m. and be setting at 8:11 a.m. Wednesday morning. Now here's that complicated, well really it's not that complicated, a forecast for Wednesday. Mostly cloudy skies, of course, to continue, with a good 90% chance of rain, possibly mixed with snow, or winter mix, might be a better word, starting around 3 p.m. till sunset, to about 5 p.m. roughly. And then it's just going to be mostly cloudy after 5 p.m. to around 9 p.m. and then it may actually become fair by then, after 9 p.m.
So there's about a 2, maybe 3 hour spread at the most of a brief area of snow or winter mix between about 3 p.m. to about sunset, around 5 or 6 p.m. And then after that, the precipitation should move on and be clear, though, by 9 p.m. as of right now. No road hazardous conditions expected at this time for Wednesday afternoon. But one reason, the temperature is going to be way too high at the moment. After a warm day, I put that away. Low would be 43 Wednesday morning, but the high should be around 48 degrees. We'll have northwest winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour, but the temperatures will be dropping after lunchtime, probably on down to near freezing around sunset. But most of the precipitation will be almost gone by then, kind of like it was Saturday night. We had that episode where it changed over for about 2 or 3 hours and it moved on. It really didn't cause nothing dramatic Saturday night here. It won't do it again Wednesday either, at least not at this point. Alright, on into Thursday. Mostly clear skies. It's going to be cold Thursday morning, though. 22 degrees for a low, like this morning. A high on about 44 degrees. Today's high was 42, so really Thursday will be a whole lot like today was, temperature-wise. We have west winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour on Thursday. Friday, mostly clear, low near 17, and a high of 32. Northwest winds at 10 to 20. Back to mostly cloudy skies by Saturday, low of 26 and a high of 41, with south winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. And by Sunday, it looks like back to fair skies, mostly fair, low of 26, high of 41, with north winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. I'll go ahead and give you next Monday, January 28th, fair skies, low of 28, high of 46, with southwest winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Alright, I think that'll conclude it for tonight. Once again, I hope you get a chance to look at that beautiful full moon we have going on tonight, with some of the high thin clouds kind of glowing around it, if that's the right word to use. That should begin fair to about 10, 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, then become mostly cloudy, with a good chance of rain by about 8 p.m. tomorrow night. Low of 29, high of 52 again for tomorrow. Alright, I think that's going to be it for tonight. Thank you for watching and viewing and subscribing, of course. And I hope to get a chance to talk to you again tomorrow night. And until then, good night and God bless.